We're taking a little bit of a break from the road this week. We're coming back to our backyard here in Virginia, and we're gonna kind of give you guys a look at what goes down when we come in off the road. It's kind of a nice change of pace from an intense one-week hunt where you have to get a trophy buck killed to just being with your family and kind of taking it easy and hunting the way you used to before it was your job, really.
What does Daddy do to a buck? Kill. That's my girl, give me a 5. Yeah, marshmallow 5.
Besides spending a bunch of time with my family this week and looking at some retro Red Arrow footage, also we're gonna get to hang out with my buddies from the Zach Brown Band and Blackberry Smoke. So we got a big week coming up. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna show you a lot of footage. Show's gonna be a little different this week, but it's still gonna be a whole lot of fun.
Hey, we're
Blackberry Smoke,
and you're watching Red Arrow TV on the Outdoor Channel.
Ow.
You know, people have asked me what's my favorite place in the country to hunt, and a lot of times I'll say wherever I've killed my biggest buck, you know, maybe Iowa or Illinois, Montana, where we see the most bucks.
A redneck like me will lose his mind out here.
And that's my knee-jerk reaction to what's my favorite place to hunt. But really, when I think about it, Virginia, where I live, is my favorite place to hunt.
Ready? Just killed a mature deer, 8-pointer in Virginia, right behind the house. What could be better than that? You know, people ask me all the time, how come you guys don't do more shows from Virginia? And the simple fact of the matter is, consistently killing trophy deer in Virginia on video is not an easy thing to do, especially on some of the land that we got. That'll pay off right there. And if it can be done in Central Virginia, it can be done just about anywhere.
You better believe it.
We may not have the biggest deer in the world, and you know, it might not be the Milk River or anything like that, but just to get to be around my family this week, and a couple weeks out of the year, I usually try to hunt at home.
You know, you may not necessarily be on the best piece of hunting ground, but just the fact that when the hunt's over, you get to come home to your family. That's what it's all about for me, and if we could make all of our episodes just hunting right behind the house, that's probably what I'd do.
Oh my goodness, he told me he killed a doe.
The industry is driven to the Midwest for a reason. Big trophy whitetail deer that are a lot easier to pattern, and in some cases a lot easier to kill than they are in the Southeast. A lot of times what that means is we come up with the short end of the stick.
The good news is we have killed a lot of deer in Virginia on video, and we're gonna show some of those to y'all today. You know, as you go across the country, there's all kind of different standards on what makes a trophy whitetail deer or which whitetail deer you should shoot.
I'll tell you what, for Virginia, Central Virginia, this is a trophy in most people's book.
You know, up until recently, you never heard anybody talk about a Boone and Crockett score on a whitetail deer in Virginia. If you hear somebody talk about a deer, they're gonna say how wide he was. Oh, he's 15 inches.
And that joker, he's outside his ears. He's a good mature deer. I don't know why I'm whispering at a shot of deer.
He's 9.5 inches. It's impressive.
7-pointer, most places. Virginia, we call these 8-pointers.
How many points he had.
They're right there. It's Virginia 8.
How much he weighed or whatever else. That's just the culture. That's just the way it is. It's really just been recently, and I think the hunting industry and the media has driven this, but just recently you're hearing people talk about a score. And really, to tell you the truth, up until about 15 years ago, I probably would have thought Boone and Crockett was some kind of cheap wine you buy at the gas station. If making a bow hunting television show in Virginia is not hard enough, once gun season comes in around here, we have a strong tradition of running deer with dogs.
Remember back when we were kids? I used to live right down the street. You and me were friends.
We basically hunt deer like some of y'all might hunt rabbits.
And every day after school, we used to walk back home together. Cutting up, having fun, being young. We thought it'd last forever. I'd say let's take the long way.
Me personally, I'm not in opposition to that. I say hunt any way you can hunt as long as it's legal. But at the same time, it can interfere when you're trying to bow hunt. To bow hunt a whitetail deer during Virginia dog season is pretty tough.
Daggone if it looked like a good deer running through here in front of that dog, buddy. I thought it was a doe. And I heard you say "Brr," and I was like, it's a buck.
Not to mention the fact that it is almost impossible when a deer is sprinting towards you to get the camera on and up and on the deer and focused and everything to make a TV show out of it.
It can be a lot of fun, but it kind of can also screw up your bow.
Now, I'm not here to be judge or jury of which kind of hunting is better than another. In fact, I'm here to say that all hunting is good if it's legal, but let's all get on the same page, because the second that we start fighting against each other on which kind of hunting is right and which kind of hunting is wrong, the PETA freaks and the bunny huggers are gaining ground, and we don't want that. None of us want that.
That's my first buck killing.
Back in the early days of Red Arrow, it was like a college project, and we didn't have a single dime to travel on or anything else, so we were pretty much stuck with what we got.
Those other two didn't go very far, probably. They went back in there. They might come back out of the floor.
I mean, any daggone rodent or possum or groundhog, anything that came by, we killed it. We got it on video because we needed to fill up a season worth just out of Virginia, basically. We didn't know as much about filming or the industry or standards or what kind of buck you're supposed to kill on TV. And you can look at it and say, man, that's kind of embarrassing. You know, we're killing those little dinky bucks and shooting every doe we saw. But you know what? That's real, man. And we had a good time doing it, and I wouldn't trade it for anything.
My knees are knocking. I got the feeling. We're in Virginia, right beside the house.
If you don't like to shoot, Virginia is not the state for you, because these boys around here, they don't play around.
Well, if you don't like killing a buck like that with your bow, you ain't coming to my birthday party.
Definitely one of my favorite hunts is my biggest buck with a bow in Virginia. A couple years ago, I killed a buck that we call Sticker. We got a whole bunch of pictures of him all throughout the year, and I'm thinking he's gonna pull a Houdini just like most Virginia deer do. You watch them all summer, and then you get out there to hunt and you don't see them, in the daylight anyway. I didn't have a cameraman. I just asked my buddy Keith if he'd run camera for me, and he was nice enough to do that. And we got out there, hadn't been there very long, and here comes Sticker, the movie star.
He's down, Keith. We got the big boy. We got Sticker buck, baby. Second day we've been bow hunting, second day of Virginia season, we got Sticker. Keith's in a different tree, I guarantee y'all shaking his tree too. We killed a Popey young buck.
You the man.
In Blue Valley County, baby.
You the man.
We got Sticker, baby.
I wasn't sure which one you were going to shoot at first. I said, God, which one's the biggest one? I couldn't
That's the longest.
Cause you get me going.
I knew he was right there.
You
See, that's right. Let me see if I can get it. Oh, I see him. Look at you.
That's him, buddy. That's Sticker. Gosh, dog, look at that buck, Keith.
He's beautiful.
Unbelievable.
Nice deer, Kip.
That's the deer.
Nice deer, man.
I'm proud of that one, man. We worked hard. Keith and I have been hanging trail
absolutely.
cameras. Keep him out here sweating his butt off, planting food plots. And
That's right.
what do you say? Let's get him back to the house and celebrate a little bit.
To kill a buck like that, I mean, he scored in the mid-130s, and that's a daggone good buck for around here, especially with a bow and arrow.
He's a good one, man, for Virginia. Yeah.
For anywhere. We're talking about for Virginia.
Especially when that's the deer you meant to kill. He was on the top of the hit list, and that's the one we were going after, and it all came together. And when it all comes together like that, there's nothing else like it. Well, our producer, Josh Bartlam, does an absolutely phenomenal job with the show, but he's not only a camera guy and an editor. You know, he's a hunter too, man. He loves to bow hunt, and when we get in off the road, generally that first week of bow season, we kind of part ways, and I let him do his thing, and you know, I'll borrow some amateur camera guys here and there to try to get me filmed. His goal when he got in off the road was to get his girlfriend Jessica a deer, get her first deer with a bow and arrow.
the opening day here in Virginia. Jessica came in from Tennessee. She's never shot a deer at all. And we're gonna try and get the first one to be with the bow, so someone's a little too shy to talk to the camera. She talks all the time, but when you turn the camera on, all of a sudden she's quiet. I think what I'm gonna do is carry a camera around all the time. And then anytime she's running her mouth, I'm just gonna turn the camera on.
They're seeing a lot of deer, but the problem is a lot of the deer that they're seeing are just yearlings.
She got the stuff that I need. Keeps me coming back for more.
Jessica wanted to kill a mature deer for her first bow and arrow whitetail kill.
Hooking me for sure. As the crow flies, baby, gonna get me up on time. Gonna light me up, yeah, like the 4th of July. Everybody knows, baby, take it slow. Feel just like I'm singing with the hillbilly host. Everybody said, everybody knows, just like shaking hands with the Holy Ghost. All right. Yeah.
Things haven't been going so well so far. Hopefully we'll have a little turnaround on our luck.
Well, with time ticking down on them, Jessica basically said, which I was proud of her, that the next deer that walks in, I'm shooting it. This is, my last opportunity. You and Kip got to go back on the road tomorrow. The first deer that walks out tonight is getting smoked.
I gotta head back to Tennessee after this. Red Arrow's going out west again, so hopefully we can get it done. If not, I guess I'll be back in November.
Everybody knows, baby, take it slow. Feel just like I'm singing with the hillbilly host. Everybody said, everybody knows, just like shaking hands with the Holy Ghost.
I get it. Really? I'm pretty excited.
That's one of the coolest things in the world is when you teach somebody how to shoot a bow and you introduce somebody to hunting.
You're not very good at looking.
Found it. Here it is. My first deer. He's little, but I'll take it.
To see them be successful, there's almost nothing like it. It's almost like you're killing your first deer all over again.
Grab a hold of his legs and pull him.
Really? Cool. I didn't put my bow down.
What if you were by yourself?
I would never hunt by myself.
And I can relate too, because when I took cat hunting to get her first deer, it was one of the most fun and exciting times that I've ever spent in the woods. And then 15 minutes later, when she shot her second whitetail deer with a bow and arrow, it was the second most exciting thing I'd ever seen.
Good job. You got 2 arrows and 2 a buck and a doe in the same evening.
I do first everything.
Nice job, baby.
Thank you.
You happy you found him?
Gosh, I love him. Oh, I'm so excited. I can't believe it.
Ever since our girls got out there and got their first taste of deer hunting, when we get home, we try our best to get them a good buck, but it doesn't always work out. I hope that it's going to work out this season. We got to beat on some good ones. We got the wild game cameras out. We've been seeing some good bucks, so hopefully Jessica and Kat later this season are going to stick a good buck. You know, music has always been a big part of our show, and I've always had a love for music. Not particularly talented at it, but I love it. Love listening to it. One of the coolest things we're going to get to do this week is we're heading to the Blackberry Smoke concert and then to the Zac Brown Band concert. It is a huge privilege for us to be able to use popular music on the show, and everybody under the Southern Ground record label is absolutely phenomenal.
We are here in the biggest city I can call kind of close to my house, which is Charlottesville, Virginia.
That's an awful big place to live.
Blackberry Smoke's in town this week, so we're going to check out the concert.
You know, they add so much to our show every week with the music. They're rock and roll dudes, got long hair and all that stuff, and you have this typical stereotype of what they're going to be like. And they're the most down-to-earth, awesome, fun people. They're good people.
I hate you too, you little
No, I love you, Mama.
Another cool thing is the guys from Everwild and Steel Shot were going to be coming with us to the Blackberry Smoke concert.
We got the musician himself with us this week, also rolling with us. Not playing tonight, but he's hanging out with us.
These are guys that are up-and-comers. They got great bands. They do a lot of our music on the show. You know, it was really cool to get to hang out with those guys and Blackberry Smoke and introducing them to some of our friends that have bands. You know, it was a good time. Everybody had a lot of fun.
We're here in Virginia at the Sportsmanship. We're in the Rapid booth, and had a lot of action today. Nothing to shoot at yet, but we're hunting customers. It's just a doe. It's a doe. I smoked her, baby.
Hey, you can't come back for seconds or you get shot.
That was a great shot right there, if I do say so myself. We got Fatal Attraction Chocolate on one of the new Rapid feeders down there. He's a little young. He's young. Got a couple little firsts here. Oh, here's a good one. Here's a good one. He's a shooter. Got him, baby. Shoulder shot him.
I think he's going down. He's going down. He's bleeding good. I know I shot you a little high in the shoulder, so I apologize for that. It's a new bow. I'm trying to get used to it.
Had a lot of does come in. A couple big does. But we passed on them all. Shot one doe. But here's a good one too. Smoked him, baby, right through both shoulders. That's a good feeder, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yes, sir. He's quartering away now, though. Spined him. Spined him. He dropped right there in his tracks, man. I spined him right there. No tracking job required. There you go. He didn't take it. He's a good one, man. Look at this young one right here. Too young. We're passing on them. We're having some good opportunity here. It's some young deer kind of filtering around. All right, we only got one more tag left. Man, it's gonna be it. I think I see the one that's gonna be right here. Hold on. You on him? No, got him. Got him, baby. Woo! He's going down. That was a good hunt, man. I got no more tags left, but I'm telling you, the Rapid feeder's where it's at. I'm tagged out.
Are you?
Yeah. No more tags.
I hope you enjoyed Ram's Red Arrow today. It was a little bit of a different format, but hopefully we gave you some insight as to just what the deer hunting's like, what the culture's like, at least where I grew up in Virginia. And we're gonna always hunt in Virginia. We're gonna keep hunting hard. And if you're out there hunting a little southern town or a little, northwestern town or wherever you live, if the deer quality isn't Godzilla, Kansas, type stuff, keep your head up, man. Keep shooting what makes you happy, and we'll see y'all next week.
Thanks for watching, y'all.